Everyone wants to look good. No one wants to look bad. Everyone wants to be liked. No one wants to be not liked, right? So it's like, how do you be so sure in yourself? But the line, work harder on yourself than you do.
And I want to get your thoughts on if you've ever worked with somebody who has some codependent issues and are seeking that validation from other people when in reality they should be seeking it from themselves.
But a large percentage of the world is seeking validation from others, right? That's why they dress the way they do and put on what they do. And it takes a lot of a human to work on themselves, to be okay with the validation from themselves and not needing it from anyone else. Because everyone wants to look good. No one wants to look bad. Everyone wants to be liked. No one wants to be not liked, right? So it's like, how do you be so sure in yourself? But the line, work harder on yourself than you do on. My commitment to life is work harder on myself than anything else. All I do is work on myself. So if I think I have like a job would be hard, I work harder on myself. If something's not working for me, I get a tool, I do a workshop, I do a retreat, I do something to evolve that part of me to work. But codependency comes from like, our brainwashing. Like, oh, you get married, you have a kid, the fairy tale, the Disney World, the Cinderella, oh, you need this, oh, you have a man to provide, or all the stories that are given to you. And then you're like, oh,
and you're comparing it to
I could actually have a story that wasn't given to me. Like you said, the kid doesn't have to be in that box. You make up your own story. So it's curiosity. You need to be curious enough to want to know more, to seek and to make a change, or stay where you're at. But that's what the value of a coach is so important, because people do have they do need validation. They do need these things, and they only see what they see. So they need someone to take from what's in their blind spot to bring it up to the front, to show them that like, this isn't working. See this behavior that you're doing? When you do this, this happens. What did you make that mean? What does that mean for you? How does that make you feel? All of that. And they start to get it. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Then baby steps, one foot in front of the other. I mean, I know when I got divorced, I felt codependent. I felt like I couldn't do anything without him. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to, in my head, I was like, I'm never going to let that happen again. I was never going to give up my independence. But people have to be careful with never and never doing that again. And because then I'd put myself in a box of being resigned.
When you had said, you went through a divorce and you felt codependent, was there anything that you could say would be the best transformational to where you are now?
I did Landmark. I went into Landmark education right after I got divorced, which changed my life. And I'm in personal development my whole life, but it was the only thing I did that got done to me. So it was a transformational program that literally, they teach it all over the world. So I got into that and I said, oh my God, I'm going to teach this. So much transformation came out of it for me. Like I made up with my mom after not talking to her for 16 years. And
16 years.
I ran away, didn't talk to her my whole adult life. And she ended up dying on my birthday. And it ended up being the most beautiful thing. So that's why I say, if everyone can just work on themselves harder than anything else in the world, even death is beautiful. Like you can overcome and get through everything, because nothing matters but love. It really is. It's the only frequency that matters. It's where you're going. It's where you came from. If you tap into it, it's always available for you. And meditation is access to tapping into it at the drop of a dime whenever you want. So like you say to me, and even my staff says to me, oh, they're not as great as you think they are. They're just great in front of you. But I generate that for someone because I come from love, and I'm going to see love, and I'm going to bring out the love in them. And then that's how that magic space happens, because then they're coming from love and then I'm coming from love, and I move out of the way. I don't get offended. If you say to me, whatever you want to say to me, I'm not going to take offense to it, because it's your opinion. Now I can evaluate and reflect and be like, what did he mean by that? Should I listen to what he said? Was it valid? Am I going to do something about it? Right? I can accept or receive whatever comes in. I don't have to just receive it all. I like to tell people, like, don't believe all your thoughts. Like, not all of it's true. So slow down.
Yay, welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of my group and for joining. And you're going to get weekly emails, 1-2 punch emails. It's going to be a 1-minute rest message video from me, jam-packed with value, and then 2 questions to ask yourself. I will always make associations to boxing because you are the champion of your own life, and boxers are champions and they're heroes, and they go through major adversity to come out on top, and that's what we will be doing together. So stay tuned for these awesome emails, and the 1-minute video will be jam-packed with value, and then 2 questions to ask yourself. Quick, easy, and a lot of return. Stay tuned and enjoy.